Hi everybody and welcome to a very special holiday episode and the season finale of the Paisley Show. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty festive. So as a thank you to all of you for watching, I'm going to give 3 lucky viewers a special gift in the mail. All you have to do is go to my Instagram and send me a DM with your mailing address, and the first 3 people to do that will get a special gift from me. So go do that now. I'll still be here. This isn't live. You can come back and watch it. But for now, let's get on with it. Enjoy the show.
Scarlet Envy, thank you for being on the Paisley Show.
I mean, it is the finale.
It's the season finale of the Paisley Show.
Congratulations.
Better to have as a guest. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Well, we just had a really fun show, Don't Tell Mama, and we played a lot of shows together. I was wondering if you could tell our viewers if you have a favorite show memory or something that stands out.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, you know, I feel like I've performed a lot, but recently it feels like I've never performed at all, you know?
Yeah,
it's very hard to kind of... Honestly, I'm just grateful for every single time I've ever been able to get on stage, and I know that sounds like such a pageant answer, but like when it's taken away from us, as I'm sure that you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You realize how important it is. Like any experience in front of live people, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Instagram live shows are great. We love them, and we really do. I'm not being sarcastic.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity, you know, to connect with people still. But it's just not the same.
Tractor pulls and tilt-a-whirls, the pages turning too fast. Supplies on the table, we both know they'll never last. You said forever, never thought you'd say goodbye. Did you lie? No one can save you if you won't save yourself. You're running away, but you'll never be somebody else. Rambling ranger, rambling ranger. Controlling your heart, you let nobody in, then you turn to a stranger. Oh, my rambling ranger. You could have been a good one, but you never could stay in place. Looking through your pictures, wiping the tears from my face. You said forever, never say so long. I was wrong. No one can save you if you won't save yourself. You're running away, but you'll never be somebody else. Rambling ranger, rambling ranger. Patrolling your heart, letting nobody in, then you turn to a stranger. Patrolling your heart, you're letting nobody in, then you turn to a stranger. You're a stranger. Oh, my rambling ranger. Oh, my rambling ranger. Oh, my rambling ranger.
know you're really influenced by old time music, but do you have any like guilty pleasures? Music.
Oh, that's a great question. You know, I think that Billie Eilish is totally a genius, and that everybody's actually correct about her. Oh, you kind of got me. You know, I also, you know, the kind of I've been having another love affair with Randy Travis as well, and I wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure so much as just a pleasure by now. But there was a time when like Redneck Woman and Digging Up Bones were like the things that would come on the radio, and I would be like, turn the radio down, but like get close to it and just and really jam out. So like, you know, that kind of cheesy 80s to 90s country, I think one of the reasons to love it is that I'll never want to make those sounds myself. You know.
So from touring, do you have any really memorable nights or shows that kind of stand out for you?
Oh, you know, so many, and I do a lot of sing-alongs, so there's always this moment like late, and not always, but really when it works, that there's some moment where everybody is singing together in a big room. I do a lot of crying on tour, and it really lifts me up. And I think that the thing that I miss the most is those nights where everybody's singing. And the things that I remember, that tends to be a jumble. It's like being high or drunk.
Yeah.
Because it's all so good. It only takes like 6 people to be really into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when there's 200 people doing it, of course it feels better, but it's like almost as good as having 6.
Yeah.
Like, but I think that the funniest thing that happened to me was that I was detained at the Canadian border. And I thought it was because I had weed, which I did, but they didn't find it. What they did find, so they come to me and I'm like, they found like a single little tiny bit of weed, and it's legal in Canada, right? Yeah. So, and it's legal in Oregon Washington, where I was going up from. So I didn't think it was a big deal, but I kind of had it stashed away anyways, just in case. And they came to me and they said, "Can you tell us about the skeletal human leg on your dashboard?" And of course, I'm sitting there and like, oh, right, the skeletal human leg. I had that. That was a performance art project that my friend in Maine was doing, where they take a decommissioned medical skeleton and do a bunch of art with it and then give it out to members of the audience. And I keep it on the front of my tour van as a kind of macabre memento mori, you know, you can't outrun death kind of thing while I'm driving my van down the highway at 90 miles an hour. And of course, the cops loved that story. They thought it was really good. So they sent me away with the leg, and I was like, what am I going to do with this leg? And they were like, you gotta get rid of it. You can't come into the country. And I'm like, look, my gig's in half an hour. I got to get rid of this leg. So they say, all right, we know the guy down at the 7-Eleven. Go in there and tell him that you're going to put this leg. I feel so sorry for the skeleton. Put it in the dumpster. And so I go to the 7-Eleven and open the door with this human leg. And of course, it's not the guy they tell me is going to be there. It's this maybe 16-year-old, like must be the dude's kid, like working the counter. And so I have to go up and be like, look, I'm not a criminal. The cops said, don't call them. I have this human leg. I'm going to put it in your dumpster. And then I'm going to go play banjo for an audience up in Vancouver. Yeah. So she just is too weirded out to say anything. And I dispose of the leg and drive through. And then when I'm pulling through to the customs again, I realize they start searching my van for a second time. And that's the moment I realized that they still might find the weed. So I get to Vancouver, all my drugs and just one leg short.
Oh my God, that's a true outlaw moment right there.
I mean, it's just pretty, you know, what I like is that it has like a piece of queer performance art, like at the center of it, you know, like a piece of something really weird.
Yeah.
That's the way real outlaw stories are in my estimation of them.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever, I thought I've heard it all, but I can't say I've ever heard a story similar to that.
I'm workshopping it. I'm hoping to get that one down to like a minute. I don't know how to do that, but we'll figure it out.
Nice few coffee grounds in the bottom there. I wrote this for a friend of mine. We used to sit around and talk about the meaning of life and so on. He was going through hard times, and some friends went to go check up on him. And they started banging on his door, and he didn't answer. And they kept banging, and he kept not answering. It's kind of a song for that moment. It's called The Grand Design. All I asked of you is your better years. All I know how to do is waste them. We'll philosophize on the grand design and mourn all of creation. And rejoice 'cause we're sorry and we tried. I'll rejoice if you're more than just alive. Now let the gods that give the world its sins, let them lay their lights down low for you now. I know they said we'd meet in eternity, still I wait for you below somehow. Coming home, you should know I ain't the same. Coming home, forever changed. 'Cause there is evil enough in a half-full cup to tempt me towards the deep, dark pine. When I believe in love and the things thereof, I know I feel you shine. I don't know, but I heard that there is more. I'm uneasy knocking on the door. 'Cause all I asked of you is your better years. All I know how to do is waste them. Now I laugh and cry at the grand design and mourn all of creation. Now I laugh and cry at the grand design and mourn all of creation.
My question for you, since we're all decked out in our holiday attire, do you have any holiday traditions that you usually do every year, you know, when we're in normal times?
Well, yeah, I normally put up a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
My family celebrated Christmas growing up, and my dad always got really into it, actually. He would always, like, get on the roof and stomp around, like, to make us
Really?
think that there was someone on our roof about to come in the
that's
chimney.
cute.
They would get very into it. So I feel
Yeah.
like it's ingrained in me to get into the holidays.
We love the holidays.
We love the holidays. You know, I would make cinnamon candy with my mom. That's something that we used to do.
What's cinnamon candy?
Well, you just like get it real hot in the stove and like make like liquid candy, you know,
Yeah.
like corn syrup and whatever, sugars and stuff. And then you put the cinnamon flavor in, and then you pour it out like molten lava
Yeah.
on the pan, and then you like kind of crack it when it's dry.
Oh,
And
that
then
sounds really good.
it looks like shards of glass
Yeah.
in like a little container, and then you just like put it out.
I love that. Maybe that'll be my new tradition.
It's fun, especially if you have aggression after this year.
Yeah.
Just pounding.
Just get it out, and then you get a sugar rush afterwards.
I love a sugar rush.
Do you have a favorite present you've received for Christmas?
Probably the gift of my talent from the Lord.
That's what I was gonna say too.
The best gift I've ever received is from the Lord, and she gave me talent. Okay, so we're in our Christmas eleganza, extravaganza, and we're gonna do like a quick little fashion show. Right?
Okay.
Everybody steps left and I step right. I start to worry, it's not my night, but I click my heels and get back in line. 'Cause a quarter of the time I'm watching you're behind. The beers are working, my legs are jerking. I'm a shuffling fool. If I don't quit dancing, got a chance at romancing and keep you off of that bar stool. I got 12 bars to get it together.
I want to talk about your Hallow stream that I watched and I loved. And
Cool.
it actually felt like a real show, you know?
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah.
It brought
Yeah.
me back. It made me really miss playing. But how was that for you?
It was good. We didn't know what to dress as, so we tried to wear our most like weird clothes we own, and I realized that I only have black t-shirts. So I found like a button-down like plaid shirt, and I wore that, and I told people that I was a teacher. I don't know, but it was fun. I mean, we had a good time. We went to this place called RBBC Radio, which is like a Rockaway Beach radio station, and it had like a really pretty setup. It looked kind of like the KEXP studio, and we got to play there and like hang out, and they let us use their space for another live stream later on. It was really fun because we did it. Obviously, we pre-recorded it, but we still did it in one take.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the fuck ups, we didn't want to make it like too good to not be live, so we wanted to do one take.
I love
like,
it. It definitely has that live feel to it. It was really cool.
Yeah, like I knocked over Trisha's mic stand twice by accident because we're 6 people crumpled into this little studio, and I always just stand there and sing, and then I'm like feeling a little loose in the middle of the set, and I'm like, let me dance and like have fun. And then every time that happens, I always knock a mic stand over or something. So that we wanted to keep the live feel of like natural awkwardness.
I want to talk about your drawing more because I actually started drawing during this too. I picked up like charcoal drawing.
Yeah.
So I've been really having a lot of fun with that, but it's another thing that I haven't really told anybody about or shown anybody because I don't think I'm that good.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it. But what medium are you using?
I'm just doing like sketching. I usually use pencil and then permanent marker. And like I also had like I have like those, those skinny Sharpies that are kind of like pencils.
Yeah.
I had that, and like I've been doing that, and I was actually a little more public with it in the beginning of the pandemic, and then I felt like I ran out of ideas, so I stopped for a little bit, and like I'm waiting till the next level of like I don't know, like inspiration comes, and then when that comes, I feel like I'm gonna probably get right back into it because I think it really depends on your mood and stuff. I'm working on I started working on this demo where I was like trying to make like recreate like this same style of stuff that the Ronettes and like Paris Sisters and like all those like 50s and 60s bands. Like I've been working on making like some stuff like that, and I like can't be as happy as them, in that stuff, in like those recordings. So like it's kind of starting to sound like kind of like the Zombies and stuff, where it's like 60s music that's really, really slow and like brooding.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know, songwriting has been cool. It's just been a different world.
Mm-hmm.
I passed the gas station. My thoughts all seem to rhyme. Existential, I'll take it. My urges are a fuck this time. Lay down on the mattress. Mirror circle every night. You are ugly, free of sorrow. Impermanence will die. There's a resolution in due time. There, bones and I need touch. My life, you can remain neutral in the night. You could choose a cause to your own fight. Trying to love you, but these things won't ever change. I'm not the boy that you thought I was caught out to be. No, I'm not. Then and now was such a fucked up time. I'm that girl with hidden roses underneath Asbury sky. There's a fire, and it burns heavy. There's a fire, and it burns heavy. Gross, heartless sack of shit. What the hell have you been smoking? When the marijuana hits, your soul's so stuck and frozen. Could you do not deserve this? Do these rights all need support? I seek validation, and you're my last resort. Toxic road, toxic roads, toxic roads, toxic roads.
Well, okay, for those of you who don't know, I met Paisley working downtown in the West Village. I used to work the door,
Yes.
which means they wouldn't let me in until there was a certain amount of people inside.
Sure, that's actually true.
Yeah, it's actually true. So once I met my quota, I was allowed in, and I would go to the piano, and I would say hello to Paisley always.
Give a little wave from the
Give a little wave. You know, she was always very busy.
Very busy.
Honestly.
Singing the hits.
Yeah, singing the hits, all the drunk people surrounding Paisley at the piano. And I would go downstairs and I would host the show, and that's kind of what it was. For the longest time, we would just see each other briefly. I always, you know, felt a kinship with you, a sisterhood of sorts with you. Like, you know, I just feel like we
just got on.
We got along real well, and we're still, you know,
still friends, still hanging in there, hanging
still
out,
friends,
collaborating,
still very good friends,
very good friends, and I always enjoy collaborating with you and writing with you. Thank you for being on the show.
Well, thank you for having me, and congratulations on your season finale.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan, by the way. I've seen many episodes.
Well, thanks very much. Thank you, Scarlet, and I think we're gonna play a performance from Scarlet Envy now, so stick around for that.
Oh, and by the way, next time I'm gonna put it in my contract. I need a green screen.
Okay.
Another show, another side. False security with lashes to match. Late night lipstick, it's time to go. Heels high and morals low. Rusted blush on the kitchen sink. I pretend that you're waiting outside.
That's our show, that's our season. And what a season it's been. I want to say thank you to my guests for being here, Scarlet Envy, Willi Carlisle, and Luke Henderiks from Teenage Halloween and Kissie. And thank you to all of you for watching. Thank you also to all my guests who've been on the show throughout these 10 episodes. It's been so nice talking with old friends, meeting new ones, and I've really enjoyed all of your music and your talents and your conversation. My hope is that next year we can see each other in person. Until then, remember, don't be normal, because normal is boring. See you next time.
Can I ask a question of you when you're done? How many nails do you think I still have on from our show tonight?
I know how many, but you all guess.
The side lighting is not good for the drag queen. Well, you love how I'm just like taking it right now. Change the camera this way.
No,
Put the lighting this way.
I need help.
I'm not concerned so much with the back as much as the front.
Yes, the front is very important, as we all know.
I feel cheated out of it.
I don't feel like this would work.
No, you gotta wear your green fashion instead.